From pigeons to bears, the remarkable animals who served in combat. A Fieldcraft Chronicles documentary guide. Picture the Western Front in 1916. The air hangs thick with cordite and mud, the horizon broken by skeletal trees and cratered earth. Through this hellscape, a small grey pigeon cuts through the smoke, wings beating against the wind, a tiny capsule strapped to its leg, carrying words that will save hundreds of lives. This is the forgotten story of the animals who walked, flew, and crawled through humanity's darkest hours, carrying not just messages and supplies, but hope itself. Welcome to Fieldcraft Chronicles, where today we uncover the remarkable fieldcraft of the creatures who served alongside soldiers, often proving more reliable than any technology of their time. When wire communications were severed by artillery barrages and radio sets drowned in the omnipresent mud, the homing pigeon became the most dependable messenger on the battlefield. These birds weren't simply released with hope. They were part of a sophisticated military system that demanded meticulous fieldcraft. Pigeon lofts were constructed in fortified positions, often dug into hillsides or concealed within ruined buildings. Handlers kept detailed logs of each pigeon's flight patterns, noting wind conditions, enemy aircraft activity, and the bird's endurance. When Cher Ami took flight from the Argonne forest in October 1918, she carried a desperate message from Major Charles Whittlesey's surrounded battalion. Shot through the breast, blinded in one eye, with her leg hanging by a tendon, she still flew 25 miles in just 25 minutes. The fieldcraft wasn't just in the bird's training. It was in the handler's ability to recognize which pigeon had the temperament for such a flight. In 1942, as the Polish Second Corps evacuated through Iran, soldiers encountered a young boy carrying a Syrian brown bear cub. Wojtek, as the bear was named, became a fully integrated member of his artillery company, officially enlisted with his own paybook and rank. The soldiers who raised Wojtek demonstrated survival skills beyond traditional combat training. They understood animal behavior, creating bonds through consistent routines and shared hardship. At Monte Cassino, where steep Italian mountains and relentless German fire created a logistical nightmare, Wojtek carried 25-pound artillery shells and crates of ammunition, never dropping a single round. He had learned by observation, watching his human companions until he mimicked their movements. This was adaptive survival behavior, born from genuine companionship, forged in hardship. Dogs brought ancestral skills honed over thousands of years of partnership with humans. Sentry dogs patrolled no man's land in silence, their handlers learning to read the subtle tension in a lead or shift in ear position that signaled approaching danger. Sergeant Stubby learned to distinguish the sound of incoming artillery and detect mustard gas before humans sensed it, barking warnings that saved countless lives. Horses, mules, and donkeys endured conditions that would break modern machinery. In the glutinous mud of Passchendaele, where tanks became trapped and trucks sank to their axles, these animals moved supplies forward. Sergeant Reckless, the Mongolian mare who served in Korea, made 51 trips in a single day during the Battle of Outpost Vegas, carrying nearly 5 tons of ammunition. She learned the routes herself, navigating without a handler when every Marine was needed on the firing line. The animals who served in combat teach us that true fieldcraft transcends species. It's about partnership, observation, adaptation, and the understanding that survival often depends on relationships forged in adversity. These creatures couldn't question their orders, yet their loyalty and courage exceeded that of many humans who had a choice. Today, as we practice bushcraft skills and prepare for uncertain futures, we honor their memory by remembering that survival is rarely a solitary endeavor. Subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles and share this video with others who understand that history's greatest survival lessons often come from the most unexpected teachers. The animals of war remind us that resilience, loyalty, and adaptability are the universal language of survival itself.